Welcome back, everyone, to World of Darkness Hunter Ties in Blood. We are back for session 34. We are around the halfway point for chapter 3. And the last session was a very big session because somebody died. Begin the recap.
Alright, hello. As what happened last session, I'm going to cut this into some parts, so yeah, brace yourselves, it's going to take a while. So, it all began with Cyril and Eleanor's last discussion before they parted ways. Eleanor was preparing to perform a ritual at Lake Pontchartrain. So, Cyril essentially bid her a farewell, as well as Adele, and went back to the house to go meet with Tony and Hugo, who just got back from that whole event with Jackson Rafacio, old Jack. To which he would learn of the jar that they had gotten. Now, I'm just going to skip into certain tidbits. Now, in regards to the jar that as it was, I believe, who was it? Was it Hugo who opened the jar? Well, anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, as Hugo opened the jar, as he was explaining what this jar was to Cyril, Cyril would gaze at it. He would develop an intense desire to consume it. He was losing himself, only to be saved by Rashara, who crashed out on him for his weak resistance to, I guess, being hungry. After a bit and Cyril pulling himself together, Cyril would demand that the jar be kept well away from him, to which Tony would offer to hold on to it. Now, due to this little instance, it's revealed that Hugo had suddenly developed a sudden obsession with the jar. Now, this would lead to a small little skirmish of trying to get the jar away from Hugo, and I believe a couple Banes would be attracted to the, scent of the jar. Now, Cyril, being their natural predator, acted as a strong deterrent. Essentially, he was helping out to make sure that this didn't get any worse than what it was, because if Hugo did consume from that jar, well, the results weren't going to be pretty. Now, as the situation continued to escalate, the Swan Maiden would appear and help with the suppression of the Banes in order to help resolve the situation. Daniel also appeared in order to help, resolve some of the remaining problems, and would personally go out to, I don't remember the exact location, but it's one of the streets that is, was it 7th Street? Well, in order to gain information for the Redgraves. So as Daniel left, the Swan Maiden would proceed to talk to Hugo, Tony, and Cyril. Having been observing them for a long while and came to her own conclusion, she decided to reveal her real identity as Florence of House Balor. And she would reveal the fact as to why she was disguised as Lyserine, since she was also the one who murdered her and took her place. Now, after some discussion, Hugo essentially was reminded of the fact that he had taken an oath to help protect her, and in doing so, he took an interesting twist to it and instead gave her a place into the family as the new Guide of Mysteries, the Hunter's Helper. Florence would accept this role graciously, and would, after a bit of time, hint at Cyril that he still had to honor his deal with the Infernalist. So, Cyril, catching on, would proceed to leave the house to go join up with Eleanor for the ritual. But at the same time, she would have a small interaction with Oliver. During this interaction, she would put a type of spell upon him, a trance, sending him off away from the house, away from the family, so that when he does lose himself, at least it's in a place where, it wouldn't cause the Redgraves any harm. Now, getting back to the bit about Oliver, he was in quite a horrible state. Worms everywhere. Hellos. I'm sure he agrees. During his trance, he was brought to the orphanage. He wasn't sure how long it had taken. All he knows is that he wandered. It just felt so quick. As time went on, he felt a provocation, a voice telling him to attack the worms. To which, after a fair amount of time, he lost it. He did attack these worms. Thankfully, he didn't actually cause any harm. He missed. Because he missed, he gained a bit of his sanity back, realizing that he was losing his mind, hearing them, the children screaming. The kids are trying to survive. In his desperate act to protect these children, he shouted at them to get away, get away. Now, during this situation, the caretaker was on the phone with someone. Ironically, they were talking about Oliver. Nothing but praise. But the commotion in the other room was loud, absurdly loud, shouting everywhere. Hearing that, she rushed over in a panic to see a deranged Oliver attacking, losing himself, going mad. Right after, the goat himself, Antonio Vivaldi, would rush in, witnessing Oliver's madness, prepared to end this mad devil. Anyways, let's cut to the next part. On to the legendary Carl plays. Now, as it was stated, he had been planning to help resolve the problems with the family that had been caused during the prior meeting. We'll call it that. So first, he went about his way to the park after contacting Natalie in order to start his campaign. After a bit of talking, Natalie helped him find Miriam. Oh, and Kayron, who he fully convinced to join the Red Graves as a gravekeeper. There is a proper title, but I'm not going to go back right now for that. Because of Kayron's aid, this helped to, well, snare the deal on getting Miriam. All Carl has to do is provide soul coins. As such, Miriam was already backed. After doing so, himself, Miriam, and Natalie would venture out towards the bar to go meet with Beryl Vandris. After some negotiations and, well, some not-so-subtle threats, he had helped in resolving the issue in regards to the police hunting them down. Beryl would compromise and try to find a way to help stall this. And he did state the only way to erase this was to, well, convince the church as well. To which Carl already claimed he would get that in the bag. Now, the only cost that came from this was obviously the painting, and I believe that Beryl's sister, or I don't remember who she exactly is, did want to meet with the Swan Maiden. So Carl said he would try to do something to make sure that could happen. After doing that, he would meet with Beatrice. After some well-developed talks, he had came to a understanding and was able to resolve this dilemma single-handedly. To which I think she said she would try to get into contact with the London chapter house to, well, talk about this a little bit more properly and clear up some misunderstandings. Now, after doing all this, he took a step further. Carl personally visited the Liviciae, to which he would speak to the, I think it was the auctioneer and the owner. To which, obviously, he would resolve this with, well, finesse, using Paul's corpse as collateral. All Carl wanted back from the corpse was just the head. So I believe he made some promises and some guarantees. Now, after that, towards the very end, he did intend to go meet and try to find Antonio so he could get the issue resolved with the church. Alright. Moving forward, we would return to Lake Pontchartrain. Eleanor had gone to the lake and began to set her ritual up with the help of Cyril and Adele, performing a ritual on the grand scale, using a fractured clock, her book of the sword in the stone, and a stick which she viewed as a symbolic sword She had set the ritual and performed it to a T, choosing to challenge herself, her prior oath, to Nora herself, and honestly her past mistake from that prior ritual. Of course, the meaning behind this ritual was not perfect. The act itself had gone a little bit awry, and in the end, when she did draw the sword turned out to be Clarent, the Sword of Peace. The enemy, in turn, that she was to face was a reflection of the one person she idolized, King Arthur. Now, as those two stared each other down, the reflection, in turn, had recognized all three as certain individuals. Eleanor as Mordred, Cyril as Vortigern, and Adele as Guinevere. Now, this is just a little bit of spice. The king, due to that ritual in particular, had gone mad and was preparing to attack. Reshara, sensing that danger, told Cyril to transform and hail lightning upon it. Now, before that happened, Tony and Hugo had gone to try to find Thierry Henry, running to a certain memorable area. They would meet Thierry and, ironically, Kazuki as they were clashing with Ambrogino and his crew. Thierry was battered and soon to die if nothing changed. Kazuki was just going to keep going, but Ambrogino offered an alternative. Join him in his campaign. Obviously, he'd have to drink his blood as assurance, and there was a chance that Bethel might be returned. Kazuki also had learned about the betrayal of the Redgraves, what had happened at that meeting. And soon after, some considerable thought, he decided to join Ambrogino. Soon, Ambrogino would speak with Hugo and Tony. The bantering, obviously, constant bantering. A little bit of some good jabs at each other. Clearly a good struggle. But soon, a disaster would set afoot. Ambrogino's very own smile would fade. His expression became serious. He saw Eleanor's ritual and decided to show it to Ferdinand. Something was wrong. Soon, he would mention something about envy, clearly warning of the severity of this ritual that was to come, the disaster to come. So as to mitigate this, he offered Hugo an alliance. After Hugo agreed, Hillel transported them to Lake Pontchartrain. Now, cutting back, Eleanor, Cyril, and Adele were facing Arthur. Cyril was blasting lightning with all of his strength. And soon, an assortment of allies would appear. After some time, Hugo, in his own panic, would go to confront Eleanor, demanding to know why she had done such a thing. Yet, Eleanor couldn't answer properly. Her mind was scattered. Her focus was not honestly on him, it was on Arthur. And there was nothing else but grief that gnawed at her. Without her really realizing what she was doing, her emotions erupted, and she brought up Henry towards Hugo. Her mind clearly not in the best state for a confrontation. She blamed Hugo for that decision. And Hugo, seeing that Eleanor was gone in all sense, decided to make a decision. He banished her, and as soon, with the help of the council, she was branded a blasphemer. Eleanor's own desires were still completely wrapped on Arthur, and soon a battle would erupt. Eleanor had attempted to go towards Arthur to continue that battle. She wanted to fight, she wanted to kill. But Arthur was still far more than she could have handled in that moment. Arthur would issue a strike. If it had hit Eleanor, it would have all been over. But due to circumstance, she was able to avoid, since she was able to foresee her own death. Now soon, some intense actions would happen. The reenactment began. The lake was taken away so that Arthur didn't have Avalon anymore. But an unexpected situation occurred. Hugo chose a different method. He went to Eleanor, activating his power, planning to kill her then and there, to finish this whole ordeal. Eleanor had foreseen the result of that and had intended to judge, yet As if by an unfortunate circumstance, Cyril decided to use one of his own gifts against Eleanor, firing a blinding light that burned her, ensuring that Hugo's hand would pierce through Eleanor. During this time, Oliver was falling apart. The voices were getting worse. Everything was getting terrible. He wanted to protect those that he loved, but honestly, the blue moon didn't want him to do such. It showed him a reality where everyone was dead. But there was one thing he couldn't deny, and that was the reflection. The reflection was as clear as day. And Oliver needed something to attack, something to vent. And so he chose to fight Arthur as well. Now, much had happened, and yet now Eleanor had reached her end. She was killed by her own cousin, branded a blasphemer, for a crime she honestly did not intentionally commit. Without realizing, obviously. She soon met with Henry, crying to him, apologizing, and taking her last moments to see him one last time. He offered an alternative route. Simply return back. Eleanor, wishing to be with her family, wanted to return. Yet, reality is cruel. Boogie denied her that peace, showing her despair and dragging her under. Goodbye, Eleanor. During the aftermath, everything that is still going on, Oneros himself would show. In pure rage, he would conjure a spear and hurl it towards the avatar of the blue moon. Much is still going on, but we'll end it here.
Alrighty then. So, Eleanor has just passed away. I'm curious to see what everyone thinks. I'll start with you, Tony. You have a scene to reenact.
Once again, I watched the moment or a piece of me has ended. Not in fire, not in the thunder of battle, not in the screaming around us. It ended in the space between one heartbeat and the next. 1 second, Eleanor was there. The next, she was falling. My mind rejected it. That's wrong. That didn't happen. That couldn't have happened. Not her. Not by him. Damn it. Not Hugo. I remember trying to say her name and hearing my voice crack before the word even left my mouth. I remember reaching for her. I remember wishing that if I moved fast enough, if my shield has dropped sooner, if I refused hard enough, reality would become embarrassed by its mistake and put everything back where it belonged. But reality doesn't apologize. I looked at her and felt something inside me tear open. Not crack, not break, tear violently. The kind of wound that doesn't bleed because there isn't enough left inside you to spill. Then I looked at Hugo, my family. And I felt grief collide with rage so hard that I couldn't tell where one ended and the other began. I wanted to demand an answer. Why? I wanted to hear anything that could make the universe make sense again. But there wasn't an answer in existence that could survive this moment.
You know why.
There was only the unbearable truth of it. The thought repeated itself over.
Is weak. Paltry flesh should have been cut down sooner.
Is it talking to me, or do I just keep going?
You can keep going. These are voices you're hearing.
Okay, just checking. There was only the unbearable truth of it. The thought repeated itself over and over until it stopped being words and became something heavier. I could feel my mind beginning to slip away from me. Memories drifted like smoke through my fingers. The last thing she said to me, gone. The sound of her rambles, gone. The little details that made them leaving, disappearing. And the anger. And panic hit me harder than the anger ever could. No. Don't take that too. My name, my face, take it all. Take every memory I have of myself. Just don't take them away from me twice. One by one, memories kept going, like stars blinking out in the night sky. With every light that disappeared, the anger grew larger to fill the empty space behind. Eventually, there was almost nothing left. No happiness, no grief, no fear, no confusion, only fury. Fury at the world. Fury at existence for allowing this moment to happen. I held on to that because it was all I had. If I let it go, then day would be gone. So I fed it. I wrapped myself in it, and I became it. Because forgetting them was unbearable. But hating him, right now, that was all too easy. This fury and hate was the last proof that she has existed. The last proof that he'd care for her. The last proof that part of me was still alive. Good enough?
The anger only brings emptiness. After all, what need is there for your wretched memories? There is a call, though. Someone else who is angry. Their voice is immutable. Nothing but discordant wails in your mind. As you look up, there is a vast heavenly body, completely encased in eyes. But it's not the eyes that are calling to you. You can hear it. You may not understand it, but you feel it. It's angry too. Injustice, despair, powerlessness. Maybe. But it consumes too much. You have to let it go, Tony. Let it fly. Or else there will be nothing left of you. Throw it then. Your lance.
Channeling these emotions, this fury, into the entirety of his hand. Instead of a sword, a spear, a lance summons forth. And with all his might, Tony throws it at the blue moon.
There was no real point. At the end of the day, the blue moon receded on its own. After all, how could a mere fragment of something far greater affect the avatar of a true foreigner? One that has existed for a very long time. But it has decided to watch, to be more patient in its approach. The humans that it has encountered in recent time have had nothing but surprises. As soon as you throw it, the anger evaporates, leaving only a cruel and cold emptiness.
Tears, cold tears, slowly run down Tony's face. Finally, releasing the burden of anger.
If there is something to be taken out of this, Tony, you can see it as well. That great heavenly body. You have set it free. It recedes away into the horizon. But you can tell it is watching you. And for a moment, it might even be grateful.
There's another thing to worry about right now.
Well, what about the rest of you?
I would watch as the celestial form just walks away, taken back by the sight. For a moment, words couldn't form what I was seeing, but my eyes moved over to Tony, seeing the look across his face. Stepping my way forward, I reach a hand over to place a hand on his shoulder. I think you've had too many things to worry about, Tony. Let this be one good thing we had said, okay?
Bryce looks over at Oliver.
Yeah, I could see and hear you all again. I did it. It was tough, but I did it.
Looking down at the ground for a quick second. While he is proud of Oliver, the amount of cold grief weighing his heart is not enough for him to say words. Just gives him a nod.
My hand gripping his shoulder tightly. A reprieve. A gesture of beyond just comrades, but now more so than ever, brothers, with what we've experienced. A show that in this family, you do not carry the burden alone. I take a moment, turn from me for a moment, looking towards Eleanor, seeing her on the ground, eyes wide for a moment. Remembering. Oh, go on.
Oh, no, I was going to say a repeat. You were sounding a little fuzzy at the end, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Eyes widening for a moment. Widening more so. Remembering when when the world was distorted, the one was attacking the other. Now seeing where the people are now in their placements. It was Hugo and surreal Eleanor. He wasn't sure what all was happening. Of what transitioned. He let go of Tony's shoulder before walking towards her body and kneeling down next, dropping on one knee to kneel down to her. Eleanor. I'm sorry. Why? Oliver looks up a bit towards Hugo, as if seeking an answer. Wanted to know what did him. What was the
Hugo.
reasoning?
Hugo, standing over Eleanor's body. Look at my bloody hands. And slowly, the realization hits me. Oh. I did it. I killed her. I actually killed Eleanor.
He,
It's.
he, but
And look over at Eleanor's body. Think to myself, I'm sorry, cousin. I'm sorry we had
Hugo.
to turn out like this. I look over at Oliver.
Hugo, what happened? I couldn't see what was all happening. What?
It had to be done, Oliver. I had to kill Eleanor.
Maybe you did, but please tell me why. Was it because what she did? What could she?
She committed the greatest taboo in this family. I had no choice.
Taboo.
As much as I love every single one of you, I still have a duty to uphold. And when the time comes, I can't let my emotions decide for me. I am the head of the Red Braves. I had to make this decision. Only I could have made this decision.
Wait, a tap. I looked towards the lake, where the grass figure was. That thing. She did.
Yes, Eleanor was the cause of all of this. Because of her.
Alien.
Because of her, we were all in danger. And I had to protect this family. It was either her, or we all would have died right here.
Damn it, Eleanor. God damn it.
I look again at Eleanor's body, her lifeless corpse on the ground. I hope you find peace with whatever awaits you in the afterlife. And I hope that your soul, your spirit, can forgive me. For a moment, I also think about the patron of the flies. I was had to think about him when dealing with corpses. Hopefully, he can help guide you in the afterlife. I pick up Eleanor's body, and I slowly walk over to Ambrogino, standing a distance from him, but enough to where he can hear me. So, are you satisfied? This what you wanted? Did you plan for this to happen? I'm guessing our little alliance has met its end. Planned, you say? Well, you can't plan for foolishness, unfortunately. Hence why that little wretch died. For the better, I suppose. Better one death than tens of thousands. You can use that so you can sleep better at night. Pretend heroes. Well, it doesn't matter. You're right. This is where our cooperation ends. Honestly, quite a disappointing display. It seems I've overestimated you a lot. No matter. It all works out in my benefit in the end.
We have only shown you what reckless family you can be. Kill yourself, Redgraves. That's what you're thinking right now, huh? So why is it that you keep us around? Why not just end it right here, right now?
Huh. Are you goading an answer from me? I have my reasons. You'll find out when the time's right. Until then, keep playing your silly little game.
So, if you all just run away or kill ourselves right here, right now, that would put a damper in your plan, wouldn't it?
I see. Is that the method you're trying now? Well, go ahead then. You won't find out if you do, though.
Don't waste the energy or breath on someone like him. He's not worth it.
Don't worry, Oliver. Let's just go to him for a little bit.
Maybe. There's no point goading the devil when God's 3 steps ahead.
Well said. In any case, hopefully will serve as some entertainment then, Regina. I guess until next time. You go. Walks back to the rest of the family. You all understand why this had to happen, right?
I do. Doesn't make the pain any better, but it's more understanding. Damn it, Hugo. You keep saying make decisions for this family. You might be ahead. But stop carrying that burden on you. You understand? You're not alone. Never weigh that on you.
Then tell me, could any of you have made this choice?
Maybe not. Maybe I couldn't, maybe I could. But it doesn't mean I suffer in silence. I'll keep pushing on. Because as much as those one that hide from suffering has its own value in life. To understand it and learn.
Pony, Cyril, Carl, Adele. Have anything to say? No comment?
Needless to say, Hugo, I'm surprised. You've actually matured.
Before you continue, who the fuck's background is that?
Sai.
If it's not your turn to speak, mute the fuck, bro.
I'm not here to say whether your actions were right or wrong. But you've clearly stepped up to your role as a leader.
Thank you, Carl. That eases the burden a bit. What about you, Tony? I'm sure you must feel something towards me. Or do you think it was justified? Tell me. I don't want you harboring any resentment towards me.
Whether it was justified or not, the loss of a loved one carries weight. Yeah. She reminded me a lot of Vanessa.
I understand.
It's like
Sorry.
losing twice.
Sorry for making these memories resurface for you.
Don't apologize to me.
Understood. Let's head back home, shall we?
After everything that has happened, no one deserves all of this. I just couldn't. No one deserves like this. Neither any of us.
We know.
All
That's
turned
what we
out-
must.
Hugo walks up to Adele. I look her straight in the eyes and say, "Why? Why did you let Eleanor do this?"
Do you think we tried to warn her?
Warn her? You knew what she
We
was doing.
tried to stop her. We tried to stop her.
Really? You tried everything you could?
Yes. And guess what? She still went for it. I didn't want this either. I didn't want her to go in that state.
Then why didn't you call me? Huh? Why did both of you leave without saying where you were going? I checked the logbook. No one, not one of you, mentioned where you were going. I even asked Cyril about it, and he told me you guys were going out for shopping. Having a girls' night. That's why I didn't bother calling again.
Hugo. Please. The boons are fresh.
Yes, I know, Oliver. I won't be the one to cast judgment. I'll leave that for an Inquisitor when we get her back. For now, let's get out of here, shall we? We need to preserve Eleanor's body before we can get a proper burial for her.
Yeah. Sandal.
She looks away. Yeah.
Cyril is paralyzed. He stares at Eleanor's body. Another new feeling is overcoming him. It's like when he thought about losing Oliver. It's much sharper, much more poignant. He hadn't had the same connection as the past him had, obviously, but still. He was watching her take flight, and then in a moment where he feared for his own life, in a moment where he saw an opening. No, it wasn't that. It was a disgusted feeling he felt. It reared its ugly head again, and he finally had a target outside of himself to act on it. So he struck. He saw an opportunity. One where Hugo could deal the blow. So even now, as he stares at her body, even his eyes stare so deeply at the hole in her chest, I know it. I know it's for naught. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a cockroach to come out. I'm waiting for a chance for her to survive, to show me that same resolve she did when casting the ritual, to show me that want to live. It's empty. So, for the first time, Cyril howls in pain. A ghastly sound, a lonely sound. It starts as a whine, and it reaches a fever pitch. It's pain. It's painful, and it's foreign. It's not like the pain of fighting. It's not like the pain of crashing into buildings while flying for the first time. It's not the pain of feeling the lightning. It's a different kind. It's one that he is ill-equipped to handle. It's a knife. It is stabbing him. It is twisting. When the noise finally ends and vacates his throat, when there's no air left to push out of his lungs, Cyril just falls. He just stares out at the lake. And he stares. He doesn't get it. I don't get it.
Before making my way to the vehicle, I take him to look at Kazuki. With a sad look. Remembering what was wrong with Bethel. How he had just went through that. He wanted to say something, encouragement. Maybe that there's still hope. But considering on opposite sides now. Maybe this one spark would help. Kazuki. I hope he gets to hear your voice again. Just be strong. Before he turns himself away. And making his way back, makes his way towards the van.
Well now, it is an honor to see you again, Venerable One. I have not seen you in quite some time. A young girl stands, looking at this assortment of misfits. I guess so. Do you like it, my current form? Indeed, it is quite youthful. I believe it suits you quite well. Though it can be a tad deceiving. The girl sighs. Maybe. So, you wouldn't talk to me out of nowhere? Tell me, are you here to make a request again? My, that would be interesting. But unfortunately, I don't think I can pay the price for that, I'm afraid. Last time was already too much. Are you sure? You seem like a man who's interested in knowledge. Don't you want to know the truth? While it's true that I am interested in pursuing what lies beyond, I know that if I receive it from you, things will not end well for me. That tends to be a theme when it comes to entities like you. The girl looks at him quite seriously. I told you before, no matter how much you struggle, you'll never be able to escape the old man. All things will eventually end up with him. You are no exception. And then you go ahead and break his taboos. His grip on this world is a lot stronger than you might think. Are you sure you can face the consequences of your actions? That'll have to be a gamble for my future then. I have no choice. I'm closer than ever. I won't give up now. Besides, if I ever end up meeting him, I'll tell him I learned everything from you. Goodbye then, venerated one. I hope never to meet you again, for I know it is likely to be my misfortune. They end up walking away. The girl looks back at them. When will you learn? No matter how much you struggle, all things move at the hands of fate. Just like... She looks at the hunters standing at the far back. Just outside the purview of everybody else. There's a smile on his face. End scene. As your foot crosses an invisible threshold, something inside you recoils. You can't explain why. The air suddenly feels impossibly heavy, pressing against your chest with every breath. It tastes of rust, smoke, and damp earth left untouched for centuries. An overwhelming sadness settles into your bones. Not your own, but so intense that it becomes difficult to tell the difference. For a moment, there is silence. Then, the screaming begins. It comes from every direction at once. Some voices are close enough that you instinctively reach for anything. A weapon? Others sound miles away, carried across a wind that doesn't exist. Men pleading for mercy, children crying for their mothers, women shrieking until their voices break into raw, ragged sobs. None of it stops, not for a second. You slowly raise your eyes. There is no forest, no road, no sky you recognize. The landscape rolls endlessly before you in shades of black, gray, and dried crimson. What first appear to be hills slowly resolve into something far worse. Bodies, countless bodies. Flesh long since fused together with ancient bones until entire mountains have been built from the forgotten dead. Ruined structures stand among them, walls assembled from blackened skeletons, archways decorated with skulls. Ash drifts lazily through the air like snow. Flies swarm in clouds so dense they almost obscure your vision. Each step sinks slightly beneath your boots. The ground is soft, too soft. Looking down, you notice the ash beneath your feet is streaked with old blood that never quite dried. Ahead, movement catches your eye. A family. A mother clutches her daughter tightly, while armed figures surround them. You immediately move towards them. Your instincts demand it. You call out. No one reacts. You run faster. The soldiers laugh. The woman begs. The child screams. You reach them just as steel flashes. Without hesitation, you throw yourself between them. Everything freezes. The soldiers disappear. The mother stares directly through you with empty eyes. For one hopeful heartbeat, you think you've saved them. Then the world trembles. The soldiers stand exactly where they were before. The mother's pleas begins again. The same words, the same terror, the same ending. You blink. It happens again and again. As though whatever force governs this place refuses to let a single moment of suffering ever truly end. You continue onward. Everywhere you look, another horror unfolds. A village consumed by flames, prisoners kneeling before executioners, bodies hanging from barren trees. A battlefield where the dying continue reaching for comrades who will never answer. No illusion fades when ignored. No cries lessen with time. Every tragedy plays endlessly, indifferent to your presence. Gradually, you begin noticing details. The woman begging for her life has Vanessa's smile. A frightened little girl glances towards you with eyes that remind you painfully of your own childhood. A wounded soldier whispers words spoken in your father's voice. Whatever coincidence, or if it's something far more sinister, the sights around you seem chosen with impossible precision. Each scene strikes exactly where it hurts most. The despair becomes almost unbearable. Your heartbeat grows louder. Your hands begin to shake. Even the creatures wandering this wasteland seem born from misery itself. Bloated things, stitched together from shadows and decay, crawl through piles of corpses. Towering figures with elongated limbs stand perfectly still, watching. Insects the size of wolves drag themselves across the ash on too many legs, their faces disturbingly human. None of them attack you. They simply observe, patient, waiting. Far in the distance, one structure rises above an endless devastation. A vast library. Its impossible shelves disappear into darkness, each holding weathered books bound in skin whose titles have long since faded. Beyond even that, a wall, so immense its beginning and end vanish beyond the horizon. Its surface is covered entirely with names carved into dark stone. Thousands, millions, perhaps more. You stare upward. The names continue higher than your eyes can follow. And despite their impossible number, there is still room for more. Whatever this place is, someone or something has refused to let any of it be forgotten. And as the cries continue to echo through the lifeless air, you cannot shake the feeling that whatever brought you here has already begun deciding what memories they will dig out of you.
This place is just dreadful. Every damn piece of it. That noise. So this damnation.
is your reminiscence. Your memory is cut off after a certain point, Eleanor. What feelings are brought up deep within?
Oh, within the reminiscence? Emotions which would surge. Pain. Grief. Anger. Regret. Is there even a joy here? Ugh. Same damned crap. Can I move around at all?
Yes, you can.
Alright. I want to move towards some of the bodies that you were mentioning earlier.
Take a gander at what it is you're seeing.
I am. I would look at this current body that I'm standing in front of. God, that noise.
Well, look in session images.
What are these things? Bodies mutilated to such a horrible degree. Well, let me add this to the images thing here. As I would look at one of the, well, array of bodies, the way it was placed together, a eerie thought would pervade my mind. Well, definitely more screwed up. And I thought Bogey's creativity was scary. Sunflower? Is that? Corpse with maggots? And that thing up there.
It's probably best to move to shelter.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for a place of shelter.
The library, perhaps.
Where's the library on the map? The big block, I'm
You
guessing?
don't need to look at the map.
Okay.
Use your brain.
Okay. I'm gonna walk towards the library to take shelter from the horrors outside. Hopefully it's not as bad in here. This place. The damn noise. I want to go home. This is gonna drive me mad.
There is no going home.
Who said that? I'd look around.
Do not deny reality. Look upon me.
What? Oh boy. Looking upon the being in front of me, I would pause in horror. Stuck in place for several seconds. No eyes. Assortment of... Honestly, wasn't even easy to explain. Everything was just wrong about it. Who are you? I would attempt to close my own eyes for a second. Actually, what?
It matters little. Peruse at your heart's content. You will not escape this place.
I guess I'm gonna walk further into the library to look at the books.
No titles, just endless rows of books.
Alright. I guess I'll place like a hand and try to feel along the books as I walk across. Feel as if maybe there might be something I want to look at. After a few moments, I'd pause on one book. Attempt to grasp it and pull it out. Ugh.
Feels wet.
What is this?
In this place, there is no need for eyes to see.
No need for eyes? Ugh. Am I able to open the
Wretched
book?
thing.
Oh.
Why pretend to be so? Do you not feel like this is home?
Not really. What, do you consider this home?
Lost, dreaming delusion. You will soon find your place.
Ugh. Alright, anyways, I want to try to open that book.
The book itself, its content is filled with abuse. Some woman who refused to leave her wretched husband behind, and over again, he tore her apart, until eventually she hung herself from the tree.
This is... For a moment after reading this, I'd pause. instinctively closing the book and pushing it back. Blinking a couple times, staring at that shelf. Is it all just the same? No. Oh. I'd reach for another one.
A story of a priest defiling children.
I'd push that one back in right after and grab another one. As if in panic.
A woman seeking to drown her sorrows with alcohol and ends up becoming a mere plaything in an unknown brothel.
God damn it. I would look towards the variety of shelves. How many are there from my perspective?
Countless. Probably millions.
This is just dreadful. I would go to a different shelf this time and pull out a book.
A woman who covets gold sells the temple of her body and eventually chokes on gold.
Desecration, priests, women hanging. This is miserable. Grinding my teeth slightly. Hate it.
There are more creatures wandering the library that look perhaps almost identical to the one who spoke to you before.
Mhm.
Your presence is inconsequential to them. They merely wander.
Where exactly are they?
Ah, the other one soon returns, bringing fresh harvests.
What? I would look at the harvest. Oh.
A man stands in the distance. Countless others are being burned alive as he orchestrates their downfall.
It's just horrid.
Finally back. Librarian. This one took a tad longer. Added to the shelves. Fresh books in his arms are taken by the librarian and placed on the shelf.
So the fresh books are just people who are being burned.
Maybe.
Okay. Looking at the fresh books, my perspective would be horribly warped at this point. It's just... I'm losing the words to even describe it.
The man walks on the other side, You can see him walking outside the library. Not too far outside, towards the other end where the wall is facing, the Great Wall.
Right.
He takes out a shovel and begins digging.
I want to approach the man. Does he look like the rest or different?
No, it is a person.
Oh, then yeah, I'll approach him. Out of just a familiarity of comfort at this point, anything that looks human. Ugh.
He just continues digging.
Alright. I take a moment to formulate my thoughts. Actually, why are you digging? Are you burying something?
He stopped for a moment. What's this? Ah, it's another one of you creatures. Be
Creatures?
gone, you hollow thing.
What?
I said don't bother me.
Alright. I would back off. I don't get these things. So what else is around the library?
Nothing. Just endless rows of books. Though the scene outside does shift.
Hmm.
You see a bit of the real world, maybe?
Then I want to go towards that for a second.
That's where the man stands when he was digging his pit.
Uh-huh.
He leans.
How much of a shift is this? Like with the scene?
Well, there was just empty wasteland. Now it looks like reality's folding over. And you see, well, rather gruesome sight.
So just a bunch of bodies?
People stuffed in. I suppose it's dry cleaning.
Is this place... why do I even bother trying to figure this out? It's the same thing. Left, right. Well, probably up too.
Stop talking to yourself. It echoes all the way here.
Well, apologies, I'm kind of losing it here. Ugh.
Losing it? You damnable creature. Is this how far pretenses have come now?
Pretenses.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know what you are. This is new.
What? Not exactly. Wait. Don't. Who exactly are you? You keep saying the same thing, so... What do you mean? My nerves are jolting.
Really? Why are you that immersed? I find it strange.
Immersed? What are you on about?
Look, looking at you now, you don't appear to be a Bane.
A what? Actually,
Strange indeed.
no. The only thing strange here is everything else looks so odd, and yet you look the most human. Well, I don't know. I don't think anything at this place is exactly human at this point, in that term.
This
Ugh.
place. You don't know where you are?
No, pretty sure I just died, so no.
You died. And you didn't fall to the Shadowlands, then? You
No.
came here. Your fate is quite...
Well, it's what I get for screwing up on something. Wait. What do you exactly mean by here, and not Shadowlands?
The underworld. When people die with regrets, they go to the underworld. To be
Huh.
fair, that place isn't much better than here. But I suppose the scenery is at least a bit livelier.
Well, that's enviable. And what do you exactly call here?
Haven't you figured it out yet?
Hell, I'm
What does
guessing?
this place look like to you?
Just hell. Every book details another person's graphic end.
And not so much. You were looking at finished books.
Finished. Oh,
As in, those who are already dead.
I see.
I can see why you'd think it'd be hell. If we're talking about religious connotation, I suppose this place would be hell.
I won't argue on that one. So not hell, huh? But may as well be.
The man's neat appearance in this filthy and deranged place is uncanny, to say the least. He bites into ripe red fruit. Now that I look at you, you seem rather... Wait.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, it's quite ironic then.
Ironic? Really? How so?
I swear I've seen you before. You just look odd. Although it's kind of weird seeing a dude in a business suit in hell, or anything similar to it. Well,
I suppose you could say I'm visiting.
visiting.
Yes, yes, I fully plan on getting out of here.
Oh,
Until my work's done, I can't exactly leave.
How exactly do you get out of here? If you don't mind me asking.
No point in you finding out. You're probably gonna remain here forever.
Ugh. Not a big fan of that idea.
Get used to it. Once you cast aside that silly little shell you've decided to put on, you'll be right at home.
No. I don't feel like I belong here. That's why I want to leave.
I've seen delusion before, but never quite like this. You genuinely believe that you are a person.
What do you mean? I was a person. I died. Fucking hell. Death by betrayal. That's always fun. But I know I died a person. Unless...
Really? Then come here. I'll show you something.
Fine. I would approach him.
Look at the mirror.
Okay. And what do I see?
Only him. He's reflected just fine. You, on the other hand, have no reflection.
What? No, 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 no. It doesn't make sense. Am I?
It says the mirror casts a reflection of all things. The fact that you aren't being casted implies that you are. Has it awoken? No, it's not time yet.
What do you mean?
Hey,
It?
you. Who are you?
Eleanor.
Or who do you think you are?
Redgrave.
He looked stunned for a second.
I screwed up and got myself killed. Interestingly. Not the best way to die though, but
Redgrave?
yeah.
Well, I suppose it really is a small world. So tell me, Redgrave, how did you end up in a place like this?
That why not? Nothing else to do here. I got myself cursed a while back due to a ritual of sorts. I don't know if I can call it a curse. I ended up screwing pretty bad. My time got messed over. So, I performed I guess you can call it a grand ritual to try to resolve that issue. I ended up biting off more than I could chew. Arthurian legends are kind of a bitch. I drew a sword, got rid of the whole affliction, and I ended up bringing forth something as well. Well, apparently that something that came out was my King Arthur, you could say. I had a full intention of fighting it until the end, but my family showed up. And then the family head confronted me. Wasn't happy with what I'd done, and I got judged a blasphemer. I wasn't exactly in the right state of mind, but that's...
Blasphemer, you say?
Indeed.
I think I'm starting to see the bigger picture here.
Yeah, I
That's why you're
conjured
here.
something.
I see. Did you release envy?
Almost. If what you mean by what I think you... Oh, fuck. That's what it was. Huh. If I'd been in the right state of mind, maybe I would have noticed. I guess that explains why I was killed. To that... Almost. I pulled out a bunch of reflections from my own time.
Don't bother explaining.
I honestly can't explain it too much.
So it must have been the resonance.
Hmm.
So you're a creature of envy, then? Well, I suppose you've come to the right place.
Huh. Think so.
Do you see that creature in the distance?
That thing over there. Yes.
It looks like a statue, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I assure you, it's very much alive.
And what does it do?
Nothing. Yet. But when I'm done, it'll begin moving again.
You want that thing to move?
Well, of course. But unfortunately, I'm missing 4 components.
What 4 components?
Your Redgrave. Put the pieces together.
You mentioned envy. Sins, I'm guessing.
Don't be ridiculous.
Or are you missing pieces?
What kind of Redgrave are you? Haven't learned anything?
No. Our parents were killed a bit early during a coronation.
Actually, don't bother explaining. I have a feeling I know who you are. So, which one of them is your father?
Hector.
Johannes?
Johannes is... no.
How did Hector end up dying anyway? I'm curious.
How do you know Hector?
Is that really what you want to know right now?
Let me try to recall for a second. It's been a while since that event happened. I guess he died fighting the Sentinel and I guess what we call Goliath.
Sentinel? Something went wrong with the Sentinel?
Something, yeah.
Ah, good news then. Well, the other 3 are out in the world right now. But there's still so much to do. Make yourself useful. Help me drag these bodies towards that mouth you see.
Alright.
It's not like you have anything better to do anyway.
You're right on that.
Let's see here. The story records say... Fearless greed. Destroyed one's family through wrath. Well, that should about do it. It's getting harder and harder to meet the daily quota. I suppose that means that it won't be very long left now.
There's a daily quota to this kind of place?
Oh no. I'm not talking about this place. This place just echoes sorrows of the real world.
Oh,
Perfect feeding ground for sins.
I could see that being the case. It's all shit.
It used to be more shit. But I've been getting rid of the excess, little by little.
So you're just getting rid of it by throwing it in that thing. Interesting.
Someday it might become a very powerful avatar.
An avatar for what?
Again, with the simple questions. Use your brain a little.
Alright.
I find it funny you call yourself Redgrave.
It's... all I have left at this point. Is name, memories.
Are you sure about that? Seems to me you're already fading away.
No.
Look at your fingers.
I would look down at them.
There's little dots appearing on your fingers. Where there was flesh, there is some sort of glimmering substance.
What's going on?
Well, the original's dead. A reflection can't last.
Wait. That's... Then where did the original go?
Dead and gone, I imagine.
It's...
That's why I told you to stop pretending. You're just a pale imitation.
doesn't feel that way.
Well, when you do become a mirror creature, I'll make use of you then. For now, I suppose stay put. There's still plenty of work to do.
Who are you, exactly?
Use your brain a little.
I see. So him, okay. Wait. When I was telling you about my family dying, why did you need to know how he died? I thought you would have known how.
I wasn't there for his death, of course. I've been here, rotting away.
This whole time?
Pretty much.
How exactly did you become one? Is it just because you kept releasing? What was the reason?
Become one? What do you mean?
Blasphemer, then. What drove you? It doesn't make sense.
I didn't sign up for whatever duty they have planned.
I didn't
I want
either.
to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, freedom doesn't exist for us Redgraves. And they have stolen from me many precious things. Things that I will never get back. So there really is no need to keep that wretched place around. If outsiders have things they want to do, let them do so.
I don't know if I can really argue on that at this point. Real or not.
Pale imitation you may be, but you are the reflection of one who is like me. So you'll be useful until you fade away.
Hmm.
Help me wake this thing up, and maybe you might become more permanent. Does that sound appealing to you?
Alright. But I want to ask you something. Well, two things. My mother, Angela, do you know exactly what did happen to her exactly?
Your mother, please. Well, I suppose you are just playing your role. No need to get offended. My sister was rather foolhardy, you see?
Sister. See.
She ended up thinking she was far better than she was, and then she fell to hubris. And, well, once you go down the path of suffering, there is no return.
So how did she die then?
Dead. She's not dead as far as I'm aware.
Not dead.
Well, I suppose the person is, but who knows what she's doing outside? It doesn't really matter to me.
I see. Well,
Now quit stalling and let's get to work.
I was about to say, you didn't answer the question, so I'll help you on this. Nothing else to do, so.
Indeed. Let us continue the great work. End scene. Alright, so you all have returned to the house. I'm curious to see what you guys do now.
Mm.
See, this is what happens when y'all motherfuckers troll around, and now it's difficult to get back into character.
No, I was waiting for someone else to speak. I want to have a thing
Yeah,
before I
same.
pull Eleanor's body out from the fucking bed of the RV. It's like a fucking 10-second scene and it's over with.
Hey, go for it, my boy.
Tony sitting in the back of the RV, in the one bed that there is, looking over Eleanor's body. He gives but a small prayer. May your burdens be set down gently. May the noise of this world fade into quiet peace. May every fear be carried away like leaves upon calm, still water. May the warmth of my light find you where cold once stood. May my light guide you without end. And may those who remember you do so not with sorrow alone, but with gratitude for the time your presence may have touched our lives. Rest in peace. Rest in stillness. Rest in the calm. But should you find elsewhere, may my light reach you. Finishing his small prayer, Tony picks up the body of Eleanor and enters the main cabin of the RV. Well, let's go into the house. Much to discuss. Can you
Yeah.
stream the map?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Okay, thank you.
All right, family. These are some tough times for us, and a very sad moment. We'll give all of you the time to grieve, but for now, we have some pressing matters to attend to.
What would that be?
First, Carl, what have you been up to? You were out for quite a while. Have you found a way out of this situation with the church and stuff?
Yes. I was able to do a bit of negotiating on my side. And safe to say, the factions aren't quite angry with us anymore.
All of them?
All of them. Hey,
What the fuck? Carl, how did you manage that?
oh,
Forgive me, I'm
nothing
a bit
special.
surprised.
Just a bit of negotiating.
Even with the
This
church,
is-
the police?
Those were a bit trickier, but safe to say I managed to pull through. And I have a bit of a surprise for you all.
Oh? Do tell?
The body of the Aegis. I have it.
You.
St. Agnes?
You do.
Yes, yes.
Truly?
Truly. It should be arriving at the household in a couple of hours, a day. Soon. Very soon.
How did you acquire it?
I had to make a deal with the organizers of the Levicia.
What did you put
But
up
I'm
for
not gonna
barter?
About to
For barter.
say,
Nothing special. Just the body of Uncle Paul. That's all.
Did you at least
Mm.
acquire keep the head?
Yes, I made sure to keep the important parts.
well, at least we have that.
Hugo is stunned. Look at Carl with a shocked expression.
I mean,
Truly
Yeah.
wonderful. My little brother.
I guess the two brothers of the same leaf, aren't they?
it's strange that they just took it, but just Paul's body. Was Paul's body that valuable? Or did they want more?
Carl, you truly are my little brother. This is amazing. Good job, really. Huh. You know, I have a reward for you later. When we're done having this discussion. Meet me in the basement, yeah?
Hmm.
But what about his body?
There's a question about that.
A small price to pay. If it truly is gone,
No.
sorry.
Are they able to tamper with his body?
I don't.
Did you mark the clause for that, Carl?
I didn't expect this to happen either.
But let's hope they haven't defiled his body.
Hmm.
It shouldn't be too much of an issue.
I mean, we're getting the body of the saint, but there's still aren't there other loose ends to still tie up with that, with other factions.
Are you planning to make things right with the church, Carl?
Yo,
On your
repeat
own?
that. Your mic cut out.
Are you planning on making things right with the church, Carl? On your own?
Yes.
Wonderful. This is some
Shit.
truly wonderful news.
Shit.
While you're doing that, I'm planning to make a quick visit to someone. Hopefully it will distract prying eyes from whatever you're doing.
Visit. Oliver takes a moment, then thinks about when he's at the orphanage. Oh shit!
Oh yeah, Oliver. You seem to be understanding us quite well. Has your situation resolved? Have you figured out a way out of your situation? What happened?
You mean with what was happening to me?
Yeah, it seems you can hear us quite well right now. I didn't even notice.
A wager with the blue moon.
Blue
I
moon.
showed it. Yeah. I kept defying it. Didn't want its mercy, didn't want anything. I don't need it. I don't care for it. I don't deserve it anyways from a being like that. Or anyone. So, wager was made. This other beings were watching, I'm pretty sure. And that the girl and other beings. I don't know how many, but I know when I struck it down, it let go.
You mean the outsiders that you mentioned in Vegas?
Yeah. When I struck down Arthur, I don't know who was all there. The girl was the Blue Moon. If anyone else was there, I didn't see.
Fascinating. So you're all better now? You feel well?
I believe so. Reality feels back to normal now. But I'm scared a little. I just realized something. I showed my sword, and after Oliver takes tearing off his back and throws the hilt down, throws the weapon down to the side, just putting it down just with a tongue. This damn thing was out and everything. I don't know if it was a blue moon, but I heard the blue moon later on, but I think this thing was tempting me. It kept feeding off of what the blue moon was doing, I think. Some innate feeling. I know that that fairy, that the woman, she got me out of here before I lost it. And when that was affected, and I was at the orphanage, and I know I just held back and tried not to swing at the children, and then someone would be children. I assumed they were smaller. And someone came in with like a worm in my perspective, but it had like a coat and some monocle on.
Coat and a monocle.
Yeah,
To stop you from swinging at these orphans?
it
Say. Have you met
It
this
was-
man before?
I take a moment to raise my hand. I think there's some similar description.
Could he be talking about Antonio Vivaldi?
The
I
church
couldn't
fellow?
hear.
Yes, he had a monocle and he wore a similar ostentatious overcoat. Additionally, he was seemingly strong enough in terms of his abilities to be a spokesperson for the church and their relations.
By the way, Cyril, I haven't talked to you about this yet. Because of the heat of the moment. But you were helping Eleanor, weren't you? I mean, she couldn't have driven herself out there in the first place. She's blind. She was blind.
Yes, I will not decline, nor will I lie about my involvement. But not for the reasons you may think.
Going behind the family head's back. Going against the family rules. All these things should traitor you as a traitor, shouldn't it, Cyril?
Mayhaps.
For now, I'll be so kind as to give you liberty of not doing so. For we have already lost one family member, and I'm not in the mood to lose another two. So, your fate lies with our Inquisitor. If or when we get her back.
Cyril blinks incredulously for a moment at lose another before it settles again back into the pensive stare.
No, don't look so bemused. Eleanor's fate was in your hands. If you just, I don't know, let her stay put, warned me about what was transpiring, things would have turned out differently, wouldn't it?
Maybe. If I had
No,
your
no,
attention.
maybe. Definitely.
Yes, things would have changed because a choice would have been different.
Exactly. Numerous times have you, well, maybe Henry, has he gone against the needs of the family. And you, Cyril, you seem to carry it over this trait. I thought you were this different person.
I did. Now, why would I have done that? Let's see. First and foremost, like I said, I wished for Thierry to survive. If that meant taking your attention off of somebody else, then so be it. Tell me, how did you find him?
You tracked him.
Mm-hmm.
With the Swan Maiden's, well, or helper's hand.
The helper that I pushed for. A helper that had your audience for asking for the rest of the family's votes continued on we would have lost the chance to save Thierry, as you had arrived perhaps just in the nick of time. Am I correct?
I was planning on talking to her already in the first place. Things happened and got sped up. That doesn't excuse whatever you did.
It does not excuse that.
And how would you have planned for it?
I didn't.
Exactly. So how would you say you bringing her? It was just things happened.
In the moment, I thought,
You didn't plan for
the
it.
minute that you brought up
Didn't think
Eleanor
ahead.
and their vote in there, there was a chance, at the very least. So, I pushed for it. I won't say that's truly a plan.
So what exactly are you getting at?
I merely thought to myself, we could get things done quicker without them and their inclusion. As well, when it came to Eleanor. Now that is something I am lost myself on. You see, how do
Cyril,
I put this?
you're not making much sense.
I know I'm not.
Stop trying to make excuses. Just own up to it, alright?
I already am owning up to it.
Exactly. So don't make up some stories about, yeah, because of me. We chased after Ferrari.
Anyway. What happened happened.
Indeed it has. And your punishment will come. Just
Indeed
not
it shall.
Getting back to the matter at hand. I gave you one mission to do, and it was contact Marina. Have you done so in the meantime?
If you remember, spur of the moment, I was sent elsewhere. No, I did not contact Marina.
Thank you for clarifying. In any case, I hope you do make contact with her in due haste.
Yes, family head. I will do my best to fulfill this task.
Try not to make an enemy out of her, alright? It seems Ambrogino is cocky enough to believe that we pose no threat to him, which is good. He's seen how we failed and thinks we pose no threat to him.
Maybe I'm just worried about Cole's already done so much. What if something out of my control? Shit. I never knew what was going on at the meeting. You said the man's name was Antonio? Can you hear me?
Yes, his name is Antonio. Antonio Vivaldi.
Shit. My weapon had blood on it before it sheathed.
Was it
It
yours?
was all... I don't know. I know I stabbed my hand. There was more blood on me than before. I don't... It became a haze after that. I don't know. I'm afraid of going back. I feel like I have to. Shit. I could break down so many things.
You are in your right mind at this point, Oliver. So, in this case, all you can truly do is live as you would. I think you should go back and face it. When you talked to me, those at the orphanage meant a lot to you.
Hmm. Yeah, they do. That's why I fought so hard to not hurt them.
And given how the council was so readily disappointed in a spectacle being made, I am sure that Antonio would rather not allow something like this to become public or become rumors. So I'm sure there was some cover-up. That's merely speculation, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm more worried of not just what I could have done, but everything else. Shit. Sorry, I'm just rambling. Maybe. Maybe I'll go back. I just don't know if I have the strength myself. I'm afraid. I don't know. I'm worried that good things could break down because of this, because I'm something I couldn't. Everything that caused fixed. I hope this, what you have planned calls enough.
By the way, family, what do you propose we do with Eleanor's body?
I don't know. What
It's not
you
like we
killed
can
her?
bury Eleanor's body in soil.
Maybe a burning. I don't imagine with what happened, calling out blasphemer and everything. I don't think the ones, the older generations and those before, would agree to have her buried on Great Grave Soul. I don't know what happens to the bodies of blasphemers.
Family head,
Yes.
I have failed in explaining myself and I apologize for that.
But I have a proposition.
Out.
We further prove ourselves to Antonio in the church by offering a body for cleansing.
I mean, Eleanor's body.
A cremation.
Since Carl's going to speak with the church. Carl, what do you think? Would that make peace with them? It's an
I don't
extra
have any
offer.
objections.
I'm not sure if it will show peace, but he paid special attention to her, and I believe the destruction of her body, or rather the purification of it through fire, as I understand, may serve as a further showing of our own goodwill. That's up to you to
Yes.
decide.
Now do so, Carl.
Man, always giving me more work to do.
I'm sorry, little brother. You will be rewarded. Don't you worry.
I'm not doing this for rewards.
Why exactly are you doing it then?
Who knows? Sense of duty? Maybe.
Because of regrets in your previous life?
Could be. I'll still have to understand it myself. Still learning.
In any case, as long as you do it for the family, I have no objections to what you exactly do. You could be a terrorist for all I care. As long as it's for the family, right?
Yeah. If any troubles come your way when you're doing negotiations, Carl. If anything comes up on me, sorry if anything comes up.
Hey, how much do you guys still have to say in this scene? Is there any points you want to bring across?
Actually, I think there might be.
What happened to that thing following you around exactly, Oliver?
That thing?
What happened to it?
You mean the blue moon?
Yes.
It left the. Sorry, when you used the term follow, it perplexed me. It wasn't following. It was staring from beyond. No matter where I went, it would always look.
Mm-hmm.
But it left me alone. It would wait and watch. If I beg, if I want its mercy again. As if.
So, beyond that, the emanation from the lake, Ambrosino's involvement, Thierry's condition, Florence. Quite the string of events. My voice is uneven as I speak. Clearly, something has gotten to me, be it my looming punishment or worse. Daniel's condition is still relatively fine, it seems, as well.
There's nothing more to add. Carl, will you meet me in the basement?
Sure. Let us go then.
Alright, family. Take our leave.
We take our leave.
Alright, Carl. There's something I want to give to you. Or entrust to you. Would be the better words. Come, follow me. You and Carl make it to the end of the basement. He goes removing some barrels to pull out something. Here. Remember this? This is Levitain.
I remember it all too well. Saw you guys using it from the distance.
Yes. I got it from Julius Vanderlyn. It served quite well against him. But I don't see any use for me to keep it around. And having it in the basement is kind of ominous. I want to give it to you so you can use it in your future negotiations.
Ah, a well thought out gift.
Yes, for your hard work. Will they
Well,
accept it?
if you're going this amount of length, sure, why not? You have been doing pretty well at your role too recently.
Glad you understand, Carl. Well, hope you make use of it more than we have. I'm off to take my leave to a certain doctor. I leave the negotiations to you. Be well, okay?
I will.
Yeah.
All right. End scene. Pause the session from your way.